Now that we know about slope in general, let's learn about some slope alternatives. Well, there are three different types of slope alternatives. Let's start with the more common type. I'm going to give you the line dots -2, 3, and 1, -4. Using my slope formula, it's just y1 minus y2, x1 minus x2. So, or y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, doesn't matter the order, it just matters that you keep everything in the same location. So I'm just gonna do my first y minus my second y. Notice I kept the negative in -4. I did not just say 3 minus 4. That is not the same as 3 minus -4. That is the biggest mistake that people tend to make. So keep in mind your numbers. If it makes it even easier for you, what I suggest is write down your first thought. So 3 minus and then -2 minus. Then what I suggest is put down parentheses no matter what the number is, and then write in the next number. My next y is -4, my next x is +1. That way you could ensure you're keeping in the signs. So, minus a negative is the same thing as a plus. So my top becomes 3 plus 4 over -2. This is just minus a positive, so I keep it a minus. 3 plus 4 is 7. Now, I have -2 minus 1. Well, that's the same thing as me saying I owe you $2 and I owe you one more. So I know it's going to stay a negative, and I'm just going to add those two numbers. So I'm going to have 7 over -3, which is the same thing as -7/3, which is the same thing as -7 over 3. The point being is that there is only one negative sign. So what about my vertical and horizontal lines? Well, my vertical lines are lines that just go straight up and down, which means that my rise is changing, but my run is not. I'm not going anywhere. So, what that means is my rise is going to be some number, but my run will be 0 because I'm not moving at all. So no matter what, my slope for a vertical line will be some number, which is my rise, divided by 0. Well, I can't divide by 0. Not yet, at least. Not until college math. So my slope for a vertical line would be undefined. Think about it this way. If I have 3 candies and 0 friends, how much candy does each friend get? Well, I don't have friends to begin with. So it's not that my friends would get 0 candies. It does not equal 0. After all, there's no friends. It's impossible to give something to someone who doesn't exist. So, I'd have undefined. It's impossible. Whereas, on the flip side, for a horizontal line, which is just across, my rise is constant, but my run will be some number. So my slope will end up being some number, sorry, I lied, some constant, which is 0, over some number. Well, 0 divided by anything that's not 0 is just 0. Using the same analogy, if I have 0 candies and 10 friends, well, that means that each friend gets 0 candy. I don't have anything to give to begin with. So, just as a little recap, slope equals rise over run. Vertical slope is undefined. And horizontal slope is just 0.